The pictures don't really mirror some of the things that are in. I mean, they actually do mirror it, but the visual is not. I don't even. It's probably the camera, or you know how sometimes photos can lose quality when they're sent through the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that. But the pictures that I have, or like more like HD quality, and like from like the dishwasher to the attic space and the crawl space like downstairs. Were you told to take the pictures a specific way?
Not necessarily a specific way, just to kind of take them. But I guess was there a problem with the?
No, I was just trying to see to whose discretion like was it left up to, because I mean it's obviously it's your job. I don't know if they're the people at the office state that they just receive the pictures, that they're not the ones that take the pictures. So I was just wondering, just because of how they were taken, they stated that the pictures that they saw were move-in ready, but the pictures that I saw, and then I'm pretty sure you saw too, like from the dishwasher. I don't know if you opened the attic door, but that carpet is covered in rat doo-doo. There's rat doo-doo inside of the entire attic. The downstairs is mold infested. I actually had air quality people come out and do a test. It's over 75% humidity down there, and it just was just really, 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 really bad. The stove, the molding on the stoves. The reason why I asked is because the pictures were kind of like taken a certain way, kind of like even in the boiler room, the filter door is not even on the door that holds the filter. But I noticed in the picture, they took, well, I don't know if it was you or maybe moved before, but they used the filter to cover the door entry of and like to cover up all of the debris and dirt on the floor, because you see all that stuff, the debris and stuff that's inside there, because the filter's not covered, there's not a door on it, it pulls all of that back into the house and blows it through the ventilation system. So, and there's also black mold inside there as well. So I was just trying to figure out, just from an inspection, standpoint, just if any of those things were documented as well, because the only thing on the inspection paper said a broken window and some shrubs in the backyard, but the house per Cooks is infested. If you did open that dishwasher, so I'm pretty sure you saw all of the German roaches. I don't know if you might have had to dust them off before taking the pictures, but there was a very good amount of German roaches, camel crickets in the basement, water bugs, one brown recluse, slugs, and blood roaches, pill bugs. And I mean, I have like HD footage of all of this, time stamped and everything. So I was just trying to figure out, they refused to tell me who you were at Excalibur, but they refuse a lot of things too. But they don't realize that the documentation that they sent over has everyone's credentials on it. So I was just trying to figure out, to get some help or some answers to see if this was deemed as move-in ready.
Yeah. So as far as those things that you mentioned, that would more so I would get with the property manager about those things.
Uh-huh.
And what they would do is get with the people that come out there and look at it, and they also coordinate with my manager.
Uh-huh.
and send me out there. Now,
well, like I was saying, like the pictures, it's not that your pictures don't show. It doesn't show everything, but the pictures are kind of like taken at an angle for like approval, because there's roach feces smeared all around the frame of the dishwasher where you took the picture, but the picture seems targeted towards the inside of just to show that there's no missing drawers in the dishwasher and functional. Maybe that's why I'm saying maybe that's what you were told to take it for, not for like damages or conditions or stuff of that nature, just to maybe show that it's in working condition. But I'm thinking from my standpoint that you're like, maybe when you take them, you'd probably be like, well, I can't take a picture of this because it's got German roaches everywhere and like roach doo-doo. But you kind of brought the door down a little bit and you could see the roach. I have software that can, make pictures look they're like how they're supposed to when you first take them. But when I put your pictures through that software, it actually shows just like my pictures, like the complete visual of just the nasty area there. Same thing in the attic area. There's a big hole in the ground of the attic in your picture, as it is in mine. But things from outside can come through that hole. I could put my whole hand through that hole, and there's no latch or lock or seals around the attic entry. It just opens and closes. It's actually open now, and that whole frame there is covered in rat doo-doo. Not a little bit, like enough rat doo-doo to bake like 3 cakes. It's like a lot. I was just taken back. I just don't know. Like if I did the inspection, like I said, I don't know if they told you to just do it a certain way, or if maybe you saw it and you're just like you're saying, it's not your job to fix those things, but it is your job to report them, right?
Yeah. So, like I said before, what I would do is if you have the pictures and different things and there's a dispute, because I'm not really in that department that handles those things.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as you having a dispute and you having pictures, the best thing that I could tell you to do would be to email the pictures that you have, and even if updated pictures, how you edited the ones on the profile, I would send those to your property manager, and then maybe call them up and then discuss that, because that's kind of a different department because it has already left my department. So
Yes. So your company isn't Excalibur. It's just an inspection company.
Well, so we have different departments in Excalibur. Like we have an inspection department, a property management team, and different departments. So calling me directly, probably not speaking to the person that you're looking for to get the result that you want. What I would do is I would just call whoever your property manager is, and they would probably be better to direct you to the right direction, because all I can tell you is to talk to them. Because honestly, this is the first call I've ever had from one of the tenants calling. And so in that case, I don't really have authority or I'm not going to have the answers that you're looking for as far as how to move forward. I know how to move forward. I'm currently moving forward. I was just calling to, just ask you, kind of like when you were taking the pictures, if you deemed it as like, is this, would you put your family in something like that? That sounds a lot better. I mean, like, would you have your family reside in the things that you took pictures of? Just, out of all honesty. I would be completely honest with you. I'm not exactly sure which property this is, because I don't even remember. The address sounds familiar, but I don't know when the inspection was done at all. So as far as that, I wouldn't be able to say. But yeah, like I said, I'll contact the property manager, and they'll be able to help.
No, I'm actually contacting Mike Nelson. He's the owner of the LLC of Excalibur Homes. I just haven't gotten any correspondence back from him as yet. I was just trying to figure out just who took the pictures, because I would be very embarrassed to be a part of a brand that would do something like what Excalibur Homes does to people. So I just wanted to just speak to you. And again, you do a bunch of properties, like you said, you barely could remember them or whatnot. But like the property that I'm at right now is definitely it needs to be condemned. For the last 4 days, the mold has gotten higher as the central air is not on inside of the house. And I have a 7-year-old, I have a 15-year-old, and they're breathing this in. We don't have any of our belongings in the house either because Cooks told us that we don't need to bring our stuff in there due to the infestation. And the indoor air quality guys, I think about maybe it was 2 days ago, stated that we're going to have to find somewhere else to go because of the black mold and because of the humidity levels in the house. I just, again, like it was pretty visual. Like they didn't sanitize any of the appliances. Like I was saying, if you were taking pictures of the stoves, there's mold, literal green mold over each handle of the switches of the stove. There was mold inside of the microwave. When you lift up that plate, there were dead roaches inside of the fridge. It was a lot of like really, really heart cry stuff. And the crazy part is like I don't know, like with the angles of the pictures, like they're there but they're blurry. Again, I don't know if it's because it's in PDF format, but I would really love to see the originals. I'm pretty sure Excalibur is, they don't have the concrete original. I don't know if you may have a folder with that, but just think about
So basically, I use there's a program called the Inspector. The photos I take go directly to Excalibur as I take, so I don't have a
like a database. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah. And so what I would do is, kind of what you were telling me, especially about like the mold and different things. I would express that to the property manager because they're the ones that kind of manage the properties, and so I think that would be the best route to take.
Okay. So what is the name of your company?
So I'm an inspector with Excalibur Homes.
Okay. So all right. So you're just a different department of Excalibur Homes, but you guys are under the same umbrella.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well,
so, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying thank you for taking my call or even just speaking to me on the matter. I was when I asked who took the pictures, I think her name's Shannon. Shannon was very we sum it up in one word, heartless when I was speaking to her, and I didn't give her any abrasive or aggressive energy or whatnot. Not looking for anyone to blame. I'm just looking for exactly what I paid for, and at $1,750 a month, my children are living in fecal matter and urine and mold and a bug infestation. So I just, I'm just trying to, get around to like, whoever just took, you just keep, I guess, you said this is the first time something like this ever happened to you where someone just called you as a tenant. Just think about it each time you go into these houses. Think about, your little girl or your little boy or even your wife. Just think about, hey man, like I'm about to pass these pictures off and say this is move-in ready. And, some families going to come in here, Chinese, Mexican, white, doesn't matter the color. They're human. And these things can kill people, too, from black mold to all the other, poisonous things that were in the house. Just for a minute, just say to myself, man, like, if you ever walk into another unit like mine, like someone needs to clean this before I take pictures of it. I don't want to be a part of anything like this, because at times they make you an accessory to things and you're not even aware that you're being made an accessory to something, because you stated it that it was these pictures they're good to go, and I don't know if they still have the timestamps on their pictures, but I have got a slew of footage, sound bites, and other images here that all have timestamps on it. And I haven't been in this unit. I've probably been in here now, maybe going to be 11 or 12 days. We were able to come back on the 4th. But my moving date was on the 30th, and on the 30th, when I got here with my girls, as soon as I opened the door, German roaches were falling from the door frame into my head. I like immediately told them, I said, hey, go sit back in the U-Haul. Let Dad go check out what's going on inside. And tears came straight to my eyes. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I work hard, and I gave these people my money. And now I don't have anywhere to be with my children. We're sleeping on the floor. All of our stuff's still in storage. The U-Haul had to stay in the front of the house for 3 days. I had to call Cook's Pest Control out, $300 out of my pocket, another 3 something for the U-Haul sitting in front. Food, we had to go into a hotel for 3 days. All I wanted to do was move from one unit to the next. And if you ever get some time, you should probably put Excalibur Homes reviews in Google and just look at the brand that you represent. And just think from a human standpoint, like, what if these were my babies? What if this was my wife? Again, I'm a single father. And Shannon at their office told me, so I'm a single parent too, figure it out. She told me to figure it out after I gave them over $4,000 for a home that I couldn't move into.
Yeah, and so that is, that would not be the right thing to say back concerning your situation. I do apologize, for how things may have turned out for you, but I can guarantee, I would say the best result. I know you tried to reach out to Mike. He's pretty understanding man, and the property manager that manages the property. I'm not sure if it's Shannon or whoever, but
Jesse Julian.
Okay, yeah, I know Jesse too. What I would do is I would reach out and kind of tell them what you told me.
Yes.
Because there may be some things that they can do that can, directly improve your situation. I do apologize that she's, said that to you. Nobody wants to hear that, especially after, what you're going through. But, I would, definitely, want to take your advice, and, I do appreciate you calling me and not calling me with a different type of energy.
Yes, of course not. I'm a very positive person, and I always try to look at the positive outlook on everything. You're working to take care of your family or whatnot. At the end of the day, like you said, you didn't expect this call, and what you may have done, like I said, it might not have been your doing, or it just may be a routine that you may have gotten used to because the company doesn't say anything. This is just what they send me to do. I get it done. I get paid, and I'm on the move. Like I said, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm more trying to find out information, and just to make sure that I got all my ducks in a row. You know what I mean? But definitely not calling to berate anyone or anything. Just trying to get the best kind of insight on just how the property was put together for me, because I went ahead and did everything that Excalibur asked of me. Where the funds were concerned, the renter's insurance was concerned. The person they sent to clean the property up is very obvious of what was done, because it said shrubs. So someone came and cut the grass, and then they blew all of the garbage under the back deck and around the entire perimeter of the house, as if no one was going to be able to see it. And there's also trash that was thrown over the fence as well in the back. Again, like, these things, it's inhumane, because there's a lot of individuals that would have moved in here and would not been aware of the contaminants, or might have tried to take care of the issues themselves, and not realizing that this is not supposed to be done to you. And like, I don't intend on being one of these people. You control almost 2,000 homes in the metro Atlanta area. You're responsible for all of these paying tenants' livelihoods, and you're putting them in houses that should be condemned, and you're taking their money. And there's no mold laws in in Georgia that stop a lot of these, I will call them slumlords, from doing the kind of things that they do to people. Like again, it's not a handful, it's a slew of individuals on these reviews. And if you see half of the things that people have had to experience, I just don't imagine somebody like Mike Nelson would ever sit in anything like this. I'm almost certain. You know, you could just look at his headshot of his picture on their page, and that doesn't really look like a person that would subject himself to the kind of lifestyle that I have to be living here with my family. The only thing I'm just telling you to keep in mind is you represent their brand as well. But what I watched my little girls go through last week, and just the amount of trauma, and we literally have to sleep with the lights on because of things crawling everywhere. My daughter suffers from entomophobia on record. You know, that's a fear of bugs. And she's been having a very hard time being here. And there is literally no one in that office that will do anything to resolve the situation. I told them about what's going on with the mold. They set an appointment for the 18th. So that means that from the date that I set the appointment, it's okay. She also went ahead and let me know that Excalibur doesn't put anybody up in hotels, so you can forget that. I didn't imply that either. So I'm assuming that she responded like that because several other individuals probably have had to call and ask like, hey, I cannot stay here. You know? So I'm just, again, like just reaching out, just trying to get some answers to try to get my ducks in a row. Because this is wrong, and it should be stopped.
Yeah, and I can understand your frustration. And like I said, you know, I would definitely try to reach out to company, Mike, good dude. I know Jesse, she's pretty good too. And yeah, I'll just reach out to them and kind of talk to them. And,
Yes.
And you know, really just see, you know, what can be done now about it and different things. So yeah, I understand. Like I say, I wasn't expecting the call, but I do appreciate the way that you're handling it and how you're
My demeanor.
how you talk to me. Yeah, how you call me out and like that. I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem at all.
And yeah, so like I say, the best thing that I can really give you is to try to reach out to the property manager,
Yes.
Jesse or Mike, and see how they can better assist you.
Okay.
Or to get maybe some more information on those things.
Okay. Keith, I thank you so much for taking my call, man, and just even your patience listening to me and what I have to say. You be well, and hopefully you won't be hearing from me anymore. Thank you so much.
All right, you take care, man.
All right, bye-bye.